Hi folks, this is Abe Olandres of Yugatech, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Sony Xperia X and Xperia XA. Let's go! Sony Philippines launched a duo of Xperia handsets just the other week, the Xperia X and the Xperia XA, with the latter being the mid-range handset while the Xperia X can be considered as its current flagship. The Xperia X Performance, which was announced during Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, is actually its flagship device, which sports a Snapdragon 820 chip, but for the meantime, Sony PH has not indicated when they will release it locally or if they have any plans of doing so at all. What we have here are the Xperia X and the XA, both of which sport a 5-inch display, though there are some variations in their internal hardware configuration. Let's take a closer look at the spec sheet between the two smartphones. In terms of design, there are also some noticeable differences. Nothing very distinctive, but something you can immediately spot upon closer inspection. The Xperia X followed the same design aesthetics of the previous Xperia Z5 series, most notably the large iconic power button on the right that also serves as a fingerprint scanner. The Xperia X, on the other hand, uses the much older circular power button that protrudes from the side, just like the one in the Xperia Z2. It also sports a Full HD tri-luminous display that's patented to Sony and has been a staple in their high-end smartphone display. That's a huge departure from the Xperia XA that only has a 720p HD display with IPS panel. Both glass displays slightly curves or is beveled around the edges. The Xperia X also features a 13-megapixel front-facing camera with a wide field of view, a feature that selfies would really love. The Xperia XA has a smaller front camera sensor of only 8 megapixels. At the back is a bigger 23-megapixel camera with predictive hybrid face detection autofocus. The XA, on the other hand, has a smaller 13-megapixel rear camera but also features face detection. Another more noticeable difference between the two is that the Xperia XA has a soft matte finish at the back using a polycarbonate material tucked into a metal frame, while the Xperia X has a full metal back in frosted finish that's reminiscent of the Z5. At 5 inches, many Xperia X users might find the display size a little smaller compared to the Z5 and the Z5 Ultra from last year. Aside from that, we think 5 inches is just about right. One thing we really missed with the two handsets is waterproofing. Both the Xperia X and the XA no longer supports IP68 rating, which was among the biggest features of the Xperia Z series since they were introduced several years back. Both handsets come with Android 6.0 Marshmallow right out of the box and sport the same custom UI of Sony. The Xperia XA is expected to be in Sony retail stores by July 15 for a suggested retail price of 13,990, while the Xperia X will come earlier in July 8 with a price tag of 29,990 pesos. We're putting both handsets to the test and publish our full review by next week, so stay tuned for that. Well, that's about it for our first impressions of the X and the XA. Do like this video if you have time, or consider subscribing to our channel for more videos like this. Once again, this is Abe Olandres of Yugatech, and see you in the next one.